Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Dishonored, Blind. Now I want... Wait a second here. I wanted to save Piero and you're telling me... Because I thought I have to kill the tall boys. I don't think there's a non-lethal way of taking them down. But you're telling me this whole way there was an open balcony right here and I didn't see it? I must be retarded or something.
It's refreshing to converse with someone on my own level.
I couldn't agree more. Your expulsion from the Academy was a crime against natural philosophy itself.
Which you might have pointed out at the time. But it's pointless to hold a grudge. I want to ask you...
About the elixir, yes. And I need to discuss your tonic. Why have you not tried the homeopathic solution?
And where am I to find the subjects? I can't recruit from prisons as you do. But it's forced me to work with another agent derived from...
The river crusts, yes. I'd guessed as much. But I think our approaches may reinforce each other. This is what we've been lacking thus far.
Well, I knew it was too good to be true. Seems that the conspiracy tried to use old Piero for their own gain and then discard him. But they have erred and delivered to me an ally almost as brilliant as myself. Old Sokolov and I will hold up here until we can blast the ruffians outside and make for the Academy.
They're conversing while hiding under the tables.
Corvo, good to see that you still breathe. The city would not be the same if you were not with us. I've completed Piero's work on an arc pylon, but only just.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes. I've attuned it so that we will be safe from the functions of the device. It will only trigger in the presence of our enemies. This arc pylon is more powerful than the older design. It will function at a greater range, striking down our foes while ignoring us. I need my final sequence, which is recorded in the blueprint for this device. Havelock was inspecting it before the killing started. Return the blueprint to me. It was in his bedroom before he left. Hopefully, it's still there. You may navigate the fields of battle with ease, but Sokolov and I are not as gifted in the same way. Without the arc pylon, it is only a matter of time before they put an end to us. We can get this device working, or you can go out and remove our enemies one by one, whichever you think is best.
So could you stun the tall boys with the pylon?
Astonishing!
If so, then I would be very pleased.
The arc pylon is complete. Now to activate it.
With this device, we can send a powerful electrical signal through the nervous system, merely rendering our enemies unconscious, or they can be reduced to ashes.
What is your opinion, Corvo?
Yeah, put them to sleep.
As you wish, Corvo. We will be far away before any of them regain their senses. All is ready, Corvo. All that remains is plugging in a whale oil tank to power it. Will you do the honors?
When this arc pylon is charged, no one will dare come near us.
I'll make what you need as long as I have the necessary materials.
Yeah, so I guess I just don't have the crossbow anymore, which is quite a it's quite a debuff actually. I do regret leaving it behind. Where's the plug for it? Oh, I guess it's... Okay, I done goofed again. Done goofed again. No, wait. Is it here? No, so where do I plug it then? This simply doesn't even open.
It functioned beyond my greatest expectations. It defies description. A device like this will ensure Dunwall's security for a century.
Well, Corvo, I hope we can be considered colleagues again. You were condemned, I was kidnapped. Men like us rise above such things. As to the good Admiral, I believe men such as Havelock start with high-minded intentions. Same with Martin, and maybe even Pendleton, though I suspect he was just lazy. But no one is prepared for the sheer seductive influence of being so close to real power. Once you start ordering people killed to get your way, everything else is mere detail. I return to my work now, and you to yours. Killing people, I mean. I sincerely hope it goes well. This Piero of yours, a strange mind. But then my own is strange as well. If there is a cure to the plague, I believe we will find it. The old Empress would have liked that. She was a strange one. Stranger, I think, than you ever knew. But such things are past. And this new Empress, she's a strange one too. I wish you peace, Corvo, along with all the delights you can wring from the world.
We once discussed a system of signals to be used in Emily's tower for communication across the river. I wonder if he remembers that.
Okay.
Goodbye, Corvo. I wish to apologize for what was done to you. It seems that holding all the pieces and standing a step from the throne changed something in the others. Something I don't understand. Don't underestimate Havelock, Corvo. He'll be waiting.
I guess I'll be going then.
Good. Then it's one more trip across the river to where it meets the sea. That's where the Lord Regent was building his new lighthouse. Ought to be something to see.
Yeah, didn't kill anyone. Okay. Overall chaos low still. So maybe I'll get the good ending after all. The leaders of the Loyalist conspiracy have moved to a monumental lighthouse, the final military project devised by the Lord Regent. They are holding Emily as they struggle to tighten their hold over the city. It's time to confront them, decide their fates, and determine the future of Dunwall.
This is it, sir. I suspect Havelock Martin and Lord Pendleton landed there a while ago and went into the lighthouse. Knowing them, they're not giving up without a fight. I remember hearing the Admiral and Martin talking about this place as where they'd hold up if they had to. Anybody going in has to breach the fort and the gatehouse. Then there's only one way to the top. All I can say is that it's been a pleasure serving with you. Maybe after all this is settled, we'll see each other again. Good luck, Corvo. If anyone deserves it, you do. Give my best to Emily. After she's on the throne, she won't have time for an old man like me. I knew you were sharp, Corvo. But somehow you managed to get through all this mess without losing sight of what really matters. For that, I respect you. The city's gonna pull itself up, I believe. Too many good people here to let it all turn to ashes. I'd best be going. The battlefield's no place for an old sailor like me. That time is long past. Good luck, my friend.
Yeah, goodbye, and thank you for your service. You have been a pretty swell guy, all things considered, and you kind of saved my life. Okay, King Sparrow Fort and the lighthouse. Okay, there's a sewer port. But I would feel safer if I managed to disable the watchtower.
whiskey and cigars tonight? Never doubt. What's going on there? I know you're here. Where are you? Probably right. Get out right now. Everything. When I find you, it's going to be bad.
Man, the stop time power is really fun. I guess I can just waltz in through the front right now, if I really wanted.
Bring the alarm! Guards, to me!
Yeah, it was
Bleed! Bring the
It was
alarm!
poorly done.
Blood will be on now!
Yeah, this is. I can't take that. Okay, I really didn't think this through.
It's just ridiculous. Stupid rats. Plague. Elixir. Bunch of crap.
Where's the other guy? Did he die? Okay, I will reload because there should be two bodies here and there's only one, which means something went wrong.
Right now.
And my hand's not.
Here you are. I need more men. I'll read signs from you. Get out right now. Fine.
What happened? Whacked in the head? Dump you in the river.
Okay, this is the lighthouse. So I guess I have to get there somewhere from here. will pick up the rune, just for completionist's sake.
Someone there? Help!
Oh, great. It's on the other side. Do I want to bother with it? Like, to be honest, I don't really even have anything to do with it at this point, because I literally have all of the powers that I can even use on a non-lethal run.
I'll find you, you hagfish.
Help me find him. Oh, I'll find you. Call out if you see him. Help me look for it.
Gotcha.
I don't care about it that much. Like, I wanted to pick it up for completionism's sake, but looking for it is getting kind of complicated. Okay, and this is the lowest part of the structure. So I can finally move on to the top.
You are like the rivermen. They spread their nets wide and pull up all manner of things. The sweet, the deadly, poisonous, all together in one catch. Your usefulness is spent. They long for news of your death.
Turn off the wall of light by the dock. Is that a good idea?
Couldn't tell you. The whole place is turning into a madhouse, if you ask me. Couldn't tell you. The whole place is turning into a madhouse, if you ask me.
Did I tell you about the time I almost caught that guy who killed the Empress?
I think one of them phased through the floor,
Couldn't tell you.
possibly died.
The whole place is turning into a madhouse, if you ask me.
Huh? In the head? I'll find you, you hag. Gotcha.
Okay. There's no point in hoarding resources because I'm pretty sure this is the last mission, so that's why I'm so cavalier with the powers. I'm just having fun. I will take the stairs instead of the elevator. The elevator seems like an obvious place for a trap, and it's also very loud, I suppose. Although maybe I have to take the elevator from the looks of it. Okay, that was kind of funny.
Probably rats. Damn. What's going on there?
Okay, I think this is Emily, possibly? She seems small enough to be her. Lord Regent.
Talents wasted until he found his fate. Callisto, the nursemaid. Bitter PM, ejected from the academy. Samuel, the useless old man, hungry for purpose. Couldn't be with us today. Unjustly dismissed from the Navy over an affair of honor. My friends, the times we've had. I'm almost sorry this moment has come. Our enemies have fallen. We've put an Empress on the throne who will take years to grow up. And by the time she does, she'll be ours. She's young. Emily the First had reigned for 60. 70 years if she's kept safe. Oh, what we can do in that time. Look how much we've changed the city already. The golden age is coming. And no one will ever know what I had to do for it. You won't tell, will you?
Yeah, will he talk with me?
We hadn't helped Corvo get out of prison. Corvo hadn't been so damn good at his job. We hadn't gotten greedy, afraid. Always too sure that was my problem. Never hesitated. Too sure of what I wanted. Too sure of what I wanted to do when other men stopped to consider. Saw it as a weakness. I know Corvo's coming for me just like he came for the others. Crossing the island below like it was nothing. Only a question of how and when. I'm lacking a counter move. It's all falling apart. All the steps that led us here made sense. When I was young, I went to sea. Took command of a ship and made aimless men into sailors. Made a collection of boats into a navy. Then founded a conspiracy and almost led an empire. No compromise. Never showed mercy. Never showed weakness. I showed the world what mattered. Will and vision. And not being afraid of getting dirty. And now, I'll lose it all to a man with a faster sword hand. Or is it that he has a slower sword hand? There's something wrong with the world. It'll make a good story for the history. I'll have a good epitaph. In his time, he commanded a noble lord, a high overseer, and an empress. The man who brought down a titan. Admiral Hathaway, son of the high ocean.
Well, will you talk to me if I stand up?
Did you think I'd fight you, Corvo? Sorry to disappoint. This is yours. The key to Emily's cell. She'll be glad to see you. You made quite an impression on her. Did you know that? She asked about you constantly. Where you were. What you've been doing. I told her. In the end, I told her everything. From the start, when we had such noble goals in mind, to the end, when we were afraid, fighting in secrecy about who we could trust and who we had to kill, arguing over who would act as new Lord Regent. And she listened, eyes wide. She's become an interesting girl. If she lives, she'll make a memorable Empress. Go ahead. Kill me or take me to Coldridge Prison. Make your choice. She'll be watching.
Yeah, off to jail with you. To be honest, this is such a pointless conspiracy. Like, if they didn't do it... Oh, did he kill them? I guess so. If he didn't do it, they would have all been heroes. Sure, they wouldn't have been rulers per se, but they probably would have gotten quite important positions at court. I read that already about the lighthouse. It seems like the developers really wanted a twist and didn't really think about how much sense it makes. I am kind of... The story is kind of meh overall in this game.
Done such things, cowardly things that I'm ashamed of. How could anyone ever forgive us? Would they? Even if things are better? No, that's not how it works. Once the bureaucrats step in, everything gets muddy. If anyone ever knew, we'd all lose our heads for this. So no one can know. And could we ever control Emily with Corvo around? That's the question that sticks in my mind. We need to make our final move, and we need to make it cleanly. No loose ends. Only a few in the know. The ones with the most to lose.
We could not have done any of this without Corvo, and for that I will be grateful, but I fear he did not have the vision to see the future we must achieve for Dunwall. We will not maintain our grip on the Empire with a little girl setting policy, and I believe Corvo's loyalty to the Coldwind woman would have clouded his head. Is she truly his daughter? We will take Dunwall to the pinnacle of strength, but Corvo's role cannot be recognized. He must be vilified, and when I take reins of the city, of the Empire, I will be seen as the hero and the protector. Well, I doubt it. I should probably rescue Emily. Like, I wanted to explore further, but logically speaking, if there's any further exploration to be done, the game probably should allow me to do it even after I rescue her. Because she's on the lower floor.
Okay now? Will I be Empress?
Oh well, I guess the game tricked me, and I couldn't have explored further. Hopefully there was nothing mind-blowingly awesome at the very top of the lighthouse. The end, apparently.
So ends the interregnum. And now Emily Kaldwin I will take her mother's throne after a season of turmoil. You will stand at her side, Corvo, guiding her young mind and protecting her from those who seek to exploit her or cause her harm. You watched and listened when other men would have shouted in rage. You held back instead of striking. So it is, with the passing of the plague and Emily's ascension, comes a golden age, brought about by your hand. And decades hence, when your hair turns white and you pass from this world, Empress Emily, Emily the Wise, at the height of her power, will lay your body down within her mother's great tomb, because you are more to her than royal protector. Farewell, Corvo. For all of the big and the small, where the taller they stand, where the harder they fall.
Okay, so I guess that was Dishonored. I liked it, but I don't think it was better than either Prey or Arx Fatalis. Although, you know, you'd have to consider those were totally different games. This was much more of a stealth game in the vein of Thief than it was, you know. Although, was it different? Like, Prey wasn't... All those games are kind of difficult to... Arx Fatalis, to me, was an RPG. You know, you had choice and consequence, you had quests with different endings and all that. All those games are a little difficult to sort of put in one category altogether, which, to be honest, I don't mind. I don't really care about etiquettes that much. You know, labels, I mean. But I think ultimately this game was a little worse than either Arx Fatalis or Prey, regardless of what category you put them in. I liked this game, but I think it was strangely unresponsive at times. There were oftentimes situations where I was pretty perfectly positioned behind an enemy and still couldn't choke them. The costume ball at Lady Boyle's estate was a shit show when it comes to bugs. The first time the guy that offered the non-lethal solution didn't even exist, so that was pretty weird. And overall this game seems to be a little bit at odds with itself, because first of all, it very directly tells you that if you want the best ending, you should not kill people, which I already think it's a mistake. It's kind of patronizing to do that, and it like it removes the element of choice in my mind, because why would I want a worse ending for the first playthrough? So I would prefer if it wasn't so clear-cut in its recommendation. I would have still gone with non-lethal, mind you, even if it didn't tell me, but I think it telling me was kind of patronizing and weird. But also, despite that, the game seemed to be strangely, like, more geared towards you killing people. Like, most upgrades had to do with your lethal weaponry. I guess with the powers it was sort of half and half, so the powers were okay in that regard, and the powers that I did have were very fun to use, especially the stop time power. That was really cool, and I really liked it, and it was creative, the uses of it and all that. The story was nothing to write home about. In fact, it felt strangely contrived at points. For example, you know, the whole thing with branding Campbell and them buying it was weird. The fact that they betrayed you was weird, because I don't think they should have. I think they should have, you know, if they didn't do it, they would still attain high political power and praise and, you know, respect for rescuing the Empress and bringing down Hiram. So I don't know why Havelock has done that. He was kind of stupid in that regard, and the whole betrayal was a little bit too telegraphed. I wasn't really surprised. So as well as with Emily being your daughter, which I pretty much thought was kind of obvious from the very first scene when she said, if you don't marry my mother, maybe you will marry me, which is something your child would say to you when they don't understand what marriage is about. And also the fact I can't marry her mother, but she thought I would, or I should. So that was kind of telling. Overall, the story was, you know, okay, but a bit bland and nothing to write home about. I definitely think this game, you know, was mostly about the stealth itself, and it's weird for me to say, but the stealth seemed, in some regards, worse than the stealth in Thief. You know, Thief 1 and Thief 2. Like, less responsive, you were less certain whether you're visible, because Corvo's sneaking stance was, like, ridiculously tall. He didn't even crouch that much, so sometimes it was difficult to tell. Overall, I had fun. I think it's a good game, but I don't think it's some kind of a masterpiece. I think Prey was actually a much more polished game, and sort of much more expansive in scope, and also the story in Prey was much more interesting than this. Overall, out of the 3 games from Arkane Studios that I played, that being Prey, Arx Fatalis and this, I probably enjoyed Dishonored the least, but that doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it. I did. It was fine, I had fun, and I am going to play the DLC and then Dishonored 2, because I own them all, so I just think I should, otherwise it's money wasted, and I don't consider it, you know, I don't dread it, and I don't consider it a chore. I'm not doing it because I have to, I'm going to do it because I want to, but not, you know, it's not like I have a burning desire to play another Dishonored game. I had fun, you know, well enough, I guess. And I expect maybe some things are going to be improved in the sequel, we'll see. For now, I'll let the credits play in their entirety out of my respect for the developers. If there's something interesting at the end of it, like a, you know, after credit scene stinger, I will put a timestamp in the description, and if not, then I guess that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.